Hey you guys, welcome to today's reading, and apologies if you've been awaiting my return. I've been doing very well, no broken bones this time for my delay. Just a lot of healing and exploring, and I hope that means a wonderfully expansive reading for you today. I've also just come in from the cold. I'm beginning to warm up, so that's why I look like a little tomato. I also had tomatoes for lunch. part of my lunch. So I wonder what lycopene, what's that good for again? Lycopene's in tomatoes, right? I believe it's an antioxidant, lycopene. It also makes me think of like lycanthropic, like werewolves. And then what just came out? The Two of Wands. Okay, Erica has this placement, the other Erica on Do You Tarot channel. So, but this is kind of werewolf energy, not gonna lie. Oh, then I just called myself out because of what came out with it. The Chariot or Freedom in this deck. Yeah, I could see that. So this is like the Two of Wands is planning and preparation for forward movement. The Chariot, number 7, major arcana, this is forward movement. And not only forward movement, but like it says, freedom, 1, 2, 3 on the clock. But victory. And this is a major arcana. So this is, I heard global cycle, a global cycle. And it had the energy of like coming to an end. And yeah, with number 9, the Hermit at the bottom, that is the energy of the ending. This is relating to Netzach on the Tree of Life. There's something about maybe it because with number 7 relating to the crown chakra, the mind associated with the color purple. It's like it's about like holding your head, like being proud, being regal. Interesting. So yeah, this could also be someone that is planning to come towards you. And that freedom polarity we've talked about, where freedom is almost like a lack of restriction. 2, 3, 4. Lots of building energy, building towards what? And then there's the Emperor and the Sun at the bottom. Wow, with the Ace of Swords. And I already saw the Ace of Wands as well. So yeah, I do, in my own personal life, I am feeling this energy of just a lot of positive energy, a lot of stretching too, like being stretched to your limit and needing to remain flexible so that that limit, you don't rip, you don't tear, you don't break, you don't shatter, but you just elongate or you widen. And it's like, it's giving me like 4-way stretch energy, like that material, right? It's got to be able to stretch in every direction. I'm hearing like in order to be suitable for the divine, 3, 2, 3. I've been seeing that number a lot as well. Thank you for all the synchronicities. It's so beautiful. So yeah, maybe there is a divine masculine energy coming in, or this is your own divine masculine energy, or this is us moving towards divine masculine season, which is summer, and the sun, the truth, the Ace of Swords, also the truth. The 9 of Swords behind that could be someone that is really preparing to come towards you, thinking. I just heard augmenting the truth though, which is a little, annoying to hear when you're getting such a positive influx of energy. Like you want to trust it, you want to go with it, or I do, maybe with all this Cancer freedom energy. But there's something, I'm hearing be tempered and tempered steel, like temperance energy, Sagittarius energy. Which is that axis. I'm just seeing a lion. So Leo energy could be significant as well. Yeah, and there's something too about fertility. Like not, what's that expression? Putting the cart before the horse, like not being overly excited. But what I was going to say with Sagittarius energy is I'm getting the energy of like evolved communication. Yeah, maybe someone is wanting to step up the way they communicate, stepping up maybe like their daily habits and practices with that Virgo energy ruling the 6th house. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So this card did want to come out, the Monarch. Oh, and I didn't even pick that up. This is the Monarch, and I was talking about regal and holding your head high, keeping your crown, getting your crown in place. And I love too how, sorry, I feel like I'm going a mile a minute and maybe not finishing my sentences, but I'm just going to trust the wave. He's looking back over his shoulder, not he rather, but she is looking back over her shoulder at that Chariot energy. This is really powerful cardinal energy, Cancer and Aries with the Monarch. Yeah, and we're talking about someone, you know, with the Sagittarius, it makes me think of the Sagittarius-Gemini axis, Gemini being like, you know, just casual conversation, Sagittarius being like philosophical debate and exploration and expansive Jupiterian thinking. We also have lots of major arcana, the Death, wow, the High Priestess and the Witch, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm feeling? That's crazy. All that major arcana and then an ace, like that new beginning. It's giving me like ignition. I'm hearing fire starter. And that's what cardinal energy is. They are the leaders of the zodiac. It's Aries, Cancer, but I'm hearing Aquarius really strong, even though that's a fixed. And then Libra and Capricorn. And those also mark the change of seasons, right? Yeah, we're moving into Aries season next. So you could be, I've noticed this a lot, that like Aries season is often, yeah, there's the Three of Wands, often like when people want to start branching out again, and that's giving me olive branch energy. So again, there's a strong message here of people wanting to reconcile, reconnect, or come towards you. And I feel like this, I'm getting this image of a boat like breezing by, which is very much Cancer energy, and that current, that wake is kind of pulling people towards you. But I also heard disasters. So it's like, yeah, you're going to attract a whole mix of people. This, oh, that's so beautiful. In the Freedom card, one of her wrists, I wonder what the wrist relates to. I would Google that, like Louise Hay wrist. I feel like it might have to do with decision making for some reason. But each body part and injuries like on different body parts have different like meanings. Louise Hay wrote a book, I think her daughter might have as well, outlining the correlations. But the arms are extensions of the heart chakra in Chinese medicine. But one of her wrists has like white wings. The left wrist has white wings, and then the right wrist has black wings. And the right side of the body is masculine energy. The left side of the body is feminine energy. Geez, these are nutritionally dense sentences I'm offering you guys. I hope it's not a choking hazard. Freedom and the Monarch. Yeah, so you could also be exploring like your own sense of freedom by empowering your own divine masculine energy. Maybe I'm hearing conquering. So there could be like a conqueror archetype within you that is awakening. I heard awakening to the divine nature within. Yeah, and it's like I'm getting that real like 835, 88, which is 16, which is the Tower, but reduces to 7, which again is the victory. It's like you're building to a crescendo energy, your own upward and outward expansion, I'm hearing. And it's like, yeah, the better it gets, is the energy I'm getting. So it's like, that's what trust is. And I guess that's what freedom is. And that's what horses have shown me, that freedom is found through partnership, not through seclusion, not through hiding. And then we have exactly 909 there, Hermit energy, which is 18, which also reduces back to a 9. So there's something about making everything about yourself, like being like self-focused. And I'm also getting the energy of like choosing the kind of pain you want to experience, like meaning you either choose the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I saw that somewhere. But we have number 17 here, which is another 8. The Star, which is Aquarius energy, which is that energy of community. I mentioned something about that, like needing just a second ago. But things are moving so fast, and this is Aquarian energy. When things are moving fast, time time is an illusion, right? Time is subjective. And depending on your vibratory rate, time is going to feel faster or slower. And I'm getting, I think it's from an oracle deck, maybe the Kim Kranz unknown oracle deck, where it's like a single moment ripens with auspicious. It's something like that. I kind of messed up the wording, but we have the dreaded Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and I did hear when I woke up this morning, Libra moon. I also heard Aries moon. Interesting, two cardinal energies too, and in the moon space, which is the emotions, the inner world, and I'm hearing inner turmoil. So yeah, there could be someone that is seeing you as this star archetype, which that's like the Leo Aquarius axis, or it's making me think of that. And this is like people that you can't reach. This is like celebrity. So yeah, someone could be putting you on a pedestal, which sounds nice. It's like, oh, that's sweet, but it's also not a good feeling. Speaking from experience, of both putting people on pedestals and also being put on a pedestal, and because it keeps you out of reach, which is a very lonely place to be. And it's, isolating, and it's the energy of, instead of love, because love you have to touch, you're taking it as a part of yourself. You get admiration, which again, admiration feels good, and it's definitely better feeling than like disgust or being cast out, 1129. But it's not as good as love. Nothing really is. Maybe peace could be better than love. Anyway, I think peace might actually be a higher vibration than love. Or maybe it's the truth that's the highest. It doesn't really matter. But look at these three major arcana. And I did say Aquarius was coming through strongly too. So yeah, take that how it applies. The star is also about healing. So there could definitely be someone that is embodying this divine masculine archetype, or is healing their divine masculine energy within in preparation for maybe making a decision. 12-12 there, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, the Eight of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups. There's that 8-8 again, and then there's the Sun, and then Justice. Wow. Yes, this feels like some sort of internal debate or turmoil. Interesting that the Three of Swords is in between the Eight of Cups and the Sun, but I didn't see it. It was stuck to the Eight of Cups. So yeah, there is a need to heal. There's also a need, like when you're feeling this really positive influx of energy, or for me anyway, someone that like definitely explores extremes on a regular basis, there's a need to temper the extreme happiness with just the remembrance of your humanness. So you could also be isolating yourself, like from yourself. There's the Ace of Wands over top of the Two of Wands, which is the Three of Wands, which is Aries Sun energy. So lots of Aries energy. And yeah, what's that expression? Coming in like a lion and out like a lamb. And then there's the Five of Swords. I feel like that relates to the sentence I just didn't finish. Wow, there's the Five of Cups right behind the Five of Swords. Actually, the Two of Pentacles is in between it. There's so many patterns. I hope it's as obvious to you, because it's really hard to spit all the patterns out, but maybe that's not even the point. But lots of fire, lots of passion, excitable energy. And you know what's so fascinating? I've been studying the Tree of Life for a little bit now, and there's so much to take in that it's taking me a while to synthesize it all. But water, which I am mostly water. I think I have in my birth chart, I think it might be like 50-60% water, is linked with severity in the tree of life. And you know, in the High Priestess, I hope you guys care about this. There's like the two pillars on either side of her, and one has the letter B on it and one has J. I've always wondered what that stands for. And the B is Boaz, which is water, which is severity. Water is severity, and fire is mercy, which, while that sounds paradoxical, also feels so true to me. Like water being, so while this is like fire energy and it's passionate, it's hot, it's mercy. And I guess this is mercy too, after winter. Like if you live somewhere with seasons, you know, there's something, yeah, about, you know, being warmed up again. And just how like my cheeks are getting like all hot and swollen because I've been outside and cold. And with the 5 of Swords at the bottom and 15:05 there on the clock now. And yeah, I'm hearing trusting the process and divine alignment. And I'm also hearing cosmic integrity. Yeah, you could be being rewarded for your integrity at this time, because I've been feeling a lot of this energy of, yeah, like I said, being stretched, being tested, keeping your crown on straight, not allowing yourself to be taken off path. Like this is what we're now being rewarded for. It's like we've been through a cold winter, not for us anyway, in the Northern Hemisphere. Oh, no, I can't even speak for the Northern Hemisphere, but locally, winter wasn't that bad, but wow, there's the Spirit of Wands. But it's like the energetic, the divine feminine season, divine feminine energy can be so cutting and brutal, really. Yeah, and there's more divine feminine energy with the 3 of Pentacles, Mars in Capricorn, and the Moon. And then the Spirit of Wands, King of Wands energy. I feel a little bit all over the place. I hope it's not as palpable for you as it is for me. Then we have Reclamation, the Devil in reverse there. I'm going to put it upright though, because I'm not scared of you. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So the Spirit of Wands underneath, freedom. This feels like, yeah, you unleashing your most uninhibited version of yourself. And in that way, I can see how fire is mercy. And it's making me think of that, I think it's in the first Twilight book where it opens up with something like that. Like if you, and it's a quote, maybe by Thoreau or something, someone along those lines. And it's like talking about whether you'd rather die by fire, 17 on the clock, the star, Aquarius energy, or by ice. And yeah, what an interesting concept to think about. But like ice, you get numb first and you just kind of, you go hypothermic and you get warm before you die. And then you just fall asleep before you actually die. So to me, that would be mercy. But I think there's something about remaining awake that is mercy. And fire's definitely gonna do that. I hope this isn't, never mind, I'm not gonna keep questioning myself. 3 of Pentacles underneath the Monarch. This is someone wanting to build. And like the 3 of Pentacles is such a, I mean, forgive me, but such a sexy energy in a man. Like just dependable, reliable. And Capricorn energy, while it is the divine, it's like the father archetype, is a feminine energy because it's earth energy, it's grounded. But they do say the earth element is composed of all the elements, which I think is part of it. It's like that well-rounded, fatherly, trustworthy energy. Interesting that every single card on the bottom here, there's that wand energy. Even in the Moon, those little, are they birch or poplar? I think birch. It almost looks like she's holding the wand, like the tree trunk looks like a wand. And there's one in the, yeah, there's a lot of things getting off the ground I'm hearing, and I'm seeing like a plane lifting off, but it's like the energy of, I think it's conduction, when like the heat up from the land lifts up off, it rises up, and I'm seeing that being what lifts the plane. Wow. And I'm getting plane, like I was seeing a airplane, but what I'm getting is plane, like the plane of awareness, like lifting you from 3D to 5D, like raising your vibration, raising your consciousness, raising your awareness. And it feels like, yeah, with the star and the moon, what a beautiful polarity. And they are sequential cards too. There's like a balancing here between divine masculine and divine feminine. And we've seen the sun a whole bunch, but it's not the sun that's here, it's the star. And what it's like recognizing, zooming out, it's getting perspective. Someone could be seeing you in a different light because they faced fears that were blocking this connection. It's like they faced those very same roadblocks with someone else or in a different scenario. And they're realizing like, oh, it wasn't you, it wasn't the collective, that it was me. And not to say that like the collective is perfect. I will always paint you guys as perfect because, but there's just there's an awareness that can only come through with the moon, like facing illusions and fears and facing and like recalling one's own wildness. And there's the wolf. Remember we started this reading off with that lycanthrope energy. And yeah, reclamation, yeah, reclaiming with the turkey vulture, the parts of yourself. And she's got like bat wings that we've been scared of. We've been taught to be scared of. There's a Three of Wands again. We have it unofficially here. So yeah, again, lots of, yeah, I heard that again, coming in like a lion and out like a lamb. You might have, also like, you might be reclaiming your energy from people, and I'm hearing it's exposing them. Because like where they might have been able to use you as a scapegoat or, yeah, use you in some way, they can't because you're just simply not there. Not where you used to be. And now I'm hearing that song, I think it's by Gautier, Somebody That I Used to Know. Now You're Just Somebody That I Used to Know. Yeah. Because with the Spirit of Wands too, this King of Wands energy, the way she's like gripping this veil behind her is making me feel kind of like desperate and anxious. And that's that energy of now you're just somebody that I used to know. There could also be fears that are preventing someone from coming forward to want to build with you. We have nostalgia, number 41, reducing to 5 in reverse. I don't have the book down here, but we'll just do it intuitively. And then we have 66, reducing to 12, reducing to 3, the selves. And then we'll get one more. It's making me think of elves as well, which makes me think of like fairies and telling the truth. We have 42, nurture. And then we have number 13, confidence in reverse, and 53, sacred geometry. We already saw 53 and there's 35. I think we had 853 or 835. And that sacred geometry makes me think of divine masculine energy. So with confidence in reverse, that's a pretty clear message. Also with number 13, that's the death card, which we already saw. And it reduces number 4, which is that emperor, the divine masculine energy. Yeah, someone lacking confidence, and that's what's keeping them from moving forward. And this could be you as well. Like this could be you. In order to express, in order to put yourself out there, which is masculine energy, you're very vulnerable. And so if you don't have the confidence to take the heat, to take the, or should I say the water, the severity, like you're just not going to expose yourself in that way. And even, yeah, I'm not going to go there, but yeah, nostalgia in reverse, which is like the energy of feeling warm and fuzzy when you look back. So this is, yeah, there's a feeling of like maybe someone's looking back in regret because they didn't have the discipline to move forward in an honorable way, because maybe they weren't being authentic here with the selves in, is it in reverse? No, it's upright. Yeah, so someone could be integrating this Aquarian energy within them, that humanitarian, being able to see, being able to zoom out with the moon and the star, being able to see one's own darkness. Maybe someone's doing I'm hearing forced to do shadow work at this time, or they have been maybe through the winter. One of my, there's a hair that looks like it's one of my dogs, but like my dog that passed, because it's curly. That's so cute. She was, years ago she passed, but her hairs will like spontaneously, it's like they just like sprout out of the ether. And she was a big defender of me. She really did teach me what divine masculine energy is too, and what it means to like be powerful and like vicious. Like she was definitely imbalanced. She was very aggressive and also a little insecure, but she was, yeah, it's like raw, untapped power that we're touching on here with the moon. And when you have like the tame dog, the little Dalmatian, although Dalmatians are not tame, like they have real aggression problems. I want to say attribute that to poor breeding, but and then you have the wolf. There's something about that, how like the domesticated animal, because of the restrictions we place on them, because of the falseness, because of their owners' misalignment, can actually become more ferocious, more vicious, more dangerous because they're imbalanced, where the coyote or the wolf that lives outside and relies on themselves to survive, as well as their community, is more healthy because they're integrated. There's nothing that they need to hide. There's no shame. Not that domesticated dogs have shame. It's a metaphor for, you know, us. Yeah, there's something about like, yeah, and that's what I've been learning with the horses too. And like it's not, we don't have to fear a horse expressing how they feel. We have to fear them not expressing, because when they don't express, then it's suppressed and it builds in pressure. And it just means like an explosion of higher magnitude is coming. It's just, you're kind of kicking it down the line. Yeah, and it's like putting up, again, that energy of, choosing the kind of pain you want. Is the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? And the pain of discipline is almost like keeping your eyes on your like Chiron, your wound, your inherited pain, while still deeply, fully appreciating the present moment. We have number 3, benefactor, grace and generosity. And it's two like, oh my God, it's a little mouse and he's got a crown on and he's cuddling with his little mouse friend within a mushroom. That is so cute. But I also kind of hate it because I hate how like false it is. There's something about like tampering. Yeah, see, there it is again, the energy of like, there's a beautiful wild creature, you know, like a little mouse, but then it's been tampered with like a little fake crown. It's like, you don't need that. You're so perfect the way you are. There's something about embracing your authenticity. We have number 20 as well here, which reminds me of the 2 of Swords energy, and it's feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. That's pretty synchronistic with that line that I've pulled out several times now about regret or whatever. There's number 18 as well. Yes, beautiful. Another synchronicity with getting perspective. Just like I was saying with the moon, number 18, zooming out, getting perspective with the star. We have eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. And yeah, there's another 9 with dances on one foot, balancing act. Yeah, so balancing your awareness between the 2 extremes, between polarities, finding the middle path. Which the middle path feels like the truth. It feels like that's how you get to peace. That's how you get to wholeness. And some of us, you know, only need to stray one step off and we can come back. And some of us need to like, you know, really stray. And I'm getting, that's what bends time. The more extreme you are, not that you should aspire to extremes, but like some of us just are, that elongates time somehow. Because it's more experientially dense. Yeah. And that's really interesting. And something about the sacred geometry energy, like this is a lot of bending and curving, which is like chaos, feminine energy, where the sacred geometry feels, you know, it's like lines, it's hexagons, dodecahedrons, and, you know, they're all organized. It's very Metatron energy as well. That the archangel, yeah, there's something about higher order. I also just heard higher order demon. Yeah, it's like the higher you go, the closer you get to the light, the more the dark is like clawing at you desperately. So that could definitely be the Spirit of Wands energy. Yeah, but it's like you're not meant to be scared of the flames. Like the flames are mercy, so you're meant to be warmed by them. It's like invite them in. Don't, yeah, and that energy of Anima Mundi from, again, that Kim Cran's oracle. It's like accept all, reject none. That's what makes you the safest, because the truly dark people will terminate themselves, and I don't mean that like unalive themselves, but like they will take themselves out of your life, because they just get pushed out. Like it's just a vibe. It's vibratory. You can trust the process. I think that's probably what I will name this reading, or if there's one takeaway, it's just trust the process, steady forward movement, and let, like, follow the roller coaster, let it get faster, let the momentum build, and just like open your arms and surrender to the pain, surrender to the pleasure. And, you know, it's very easy for me to say that. I recognize that, because, you know, when I'm in it, it's like, why? Why did I trust this? But then the more I go through these things, the more I realize, like, what is hurting me is the holding on, is this belief that I need to suffer through it, when it's not really necessary. You really can just get your boundaries organized, which is this sacred geometry energy, this divine masculine energy, and then just it helps you to let things go. And it's like how we fear the warrior, we fear the blade, we fear the gun, but it's like there's almost somehow more venom, more danger in words, or even like the unspoken truth. There's almost more venom in the absence, in being alone, in being separated from the group, separated from the herd. And it's like with horses, it's like the most painful thing you can do is isolate them. And yeah, and that's that energy that I was talking about, being put on a pedestal. And I wanted to say toadstool here too. So yeah, it's giving me there's something about recognizing your privilege, as well as recognizing what zooming out and getting perspective offers you. That's so funny. This was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled it out. It's, yeah, it's like, it's all right there. And this is number 35. So there's that 53 sacred geometry energy, and 8, again, 8 can be either karmic or divine, because it's karmic when it's upright. It's that energy of hod, I don't know how to say it, pronunciation. And I also learned dialect and pronunciation is a root chakra energy. And root chakra energy is really, I don't know if I can, is really important, because the root chakra relates to all of the bones in the body. Meaning, even when we go up into we're working on our crown chakra, we still have to continue to work on the root chakra with the crown, not only to balance the polarity, but to recognize that our crown is housed within our skull, which is a bone. But yeah, this is Ladybug with, or the Ladybug and Sweet Pea. Aw, happiness. I call my horses Sweet Pea. That's cute. 33 on the clock, 33:08. Happiness. And ladybug, I've been seeing a lot of ladybugs lately, and they are good luck. And then on the bottom we have, this is I think 39, when it's an I and an X, I think that's 9. And it's the otter and cattail, peace. Oh, and then we have a 3 right behind us. We have 333, and it's the new hare, or the hare and oak, new opportunities. Beautiful. And we've got a 3 over here as well. Okay, let's just get some of these cards because they're fun, and then I will let you guys go. If you've been enjoying, let me know. If you want a personal reading, maybe don't let me know, because I'm going to be going on a trip very soon. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups again, number 40. This is my favorite card in the deck though, Angel. Yeah, and it's like, her wings are so tiny, it looks like she couldn't even lift her off the ground. And there's something about that, like with Angel being associated with the card of, oh my God, regret. Someone is definitely regretting their actions, and I'm sorry, because regret is such a heavy energy. And I always said that they're like, there's no real reason to regret anything, because it's like, if you do regret it, there's nothing you can do about it. So let it go. But it feels like someone is unable to let it go. Like the pain is so, yeah, look at that. Number 47, drink, with the 5 of Wands. It's like someone is trying to drown their sorrows. They're trying to numb themselves, or they've been trying to numb. Wow, and there's that number 35 with anchor and the 9 of Swords again. Yeah, someone's definitely feeling burdened, like heavy. I'm also hearing resentment. Like they could have been people pleasing, and like they tried to, like when you were in their life, let's say, it's like they, instead of keeping you, instead of holding on to you, the real treasure, and there's 35 on the clock, they held on to the people that they felt like they had to people please, the people that didn't really love them, the people that maybe, there's so many people, it's hard to keep this easy to understand. But let's say your person was holding on to their friends and family that made your person feel less than. And it's something about too, like that's how society trains us. Society trains us to move up current. Society trains us to hold on and to compare ourselves and to feel less than when our test score comes back as less than 100, because it's like, you know, like that's one metric of assessing someone's value. There's a raven overhead. I think ravens are, I forget, Google it. And there's number 40 as well, which is that divine masculine energy. And number 11, it's like someone is not even, with 47 reducing to 11, which is the energy of union, which is the energy of truth and divine masculine and feminine coming together. It's like they can, when they drink, it's to try to numb themselves, but it's like the opposite happens. And it might not be drink. There might just be some sort of, I'm hearing obsession or compulsion that they engage in. It could be gambling too. I'm hearing sports trading. But it's like, it's in an effort to escape, but it just brings them closer. It's like, because they're between a rock and a hard place right now. And I'm getting this energy of like spirit is like edging them out. And I don't want to say spirit as if it's some sort of omniscient entity outside of this person. No, it's like your person has spirit within them just the same way you do. And it's like the light is winning, because it always will win. And that's why we don't need to suffer. That's why we don't need to hold on. But it's like they're no longer able to fool themselves. Like, look at the way this child looks at you. And this person could have a child or be around children, and you can't hide. That's, yeah, my, you know, you always get the truth from drunks and children, right? So yeah, so maybe, oh my God, look at that. Look at the bottom, child, crazy. Thank you so much, Spirit, for all these synchronicities. And we have mice again. So there, yeah. And I was getting in the last reading I did too, right? It's like that energy of mice where it's like, you see it out of the corner of your eye and it's like, did I just see that? So I feel like this person could be recognizing how they betrayed themselves by leaving you, and how they allowed themselves, invited even, to be betrayed by the people that they people please for, the people that they chose. It's like, what the was I thinking? Why would I do this to myself? Why did I do this to the collective, to you? And it's like there was maybe an exciting path or an easy path. And exactly that polarity again, it's like, you with the wild dog and the domesticated dog, it's like the easy path looks easy on the surface, but it's actually so much more difficult because you're going against the grain, you're going against your authenticity. And I'm hearing devil's playpen, like it's like this, and it's slippery slope. Like, yeah, you're it's easy because you're falling. And that's a difficult one, because going down current, going downstream in regards to like following spirit, can be scary for that same reason, because part of you says like, no, I can't trust, because if it's easy, then it's not God's way, because God's way is the hard way. So it is difficult. And I guess that's always where we have to land, is that it is difficult. And that's what opens up compassion within us, except for this one. Because yeah, we have number 7 with the snake and the Queen of Wands. And I love this deck because it's so tricky, because the snake is coiled within this pot, but then how is its tail still sitting outside of the pot. And so there's definitely this energy of deception and mental magic, I don't even know what mental magic is, but manipulation, especially with number 7, that crown chakra. I want to see what this card is. Yeah, there's number 11 with the whip and the Knight of Wands, and same energy with this card, because it's like, not only is it a whip, but there's like a little hook on the top, a hook that looks like it's got something caught in it, like it's already been like, it's caught up. Someone's caught up. Someone's feeling, oh my God. And I'm getting like that really like ratchet, nasty, feminine energy where like you're just clawing and you're desperate to hurt the person in front of you. Like I'm getting girl fight energy where it's like pulling hair. It's like, that's so low. And that like that raw animalistic desire, like it must be expressed, but not in that way. Like you have the option. This is what happens when you raise your consciousness, when you elevate your vibration, you recognize there's a choice. And what I do with my energy and how I receive the energy that people give to me too. It's like, you can go for a run, you can create art, you can create poetry, because yes, this violent, destructive feminine energy, this regret, this weight, it exists within all of us, and it is shared between us all, especially now, Pisces season. We're all feeling the collective unconscious. And it's not the feeling that is the danger, it's the holding on where the danger exists. 4111 on the clock. Yeah, and that's coming up over top of the monarch energy. So I feel like if there was this third party interference, I feel like they could be going at each other at this time in a vicious kind of fiery way. Yeah, but again, with fire being mercy, it's like, how do I say that? It's like these people could be like cussing at each other and like, but it's like, it means nothing. Like this could be the content of their relationship where it's like all this fire and all this back and forth and all this movement, but it's like, but there's nothing there. And that's what makes it seem easy, but it's not easy, because getting out of it, that's when it's hard. That's when you realize, oh, there are hooks in me. This isn't actually that easy. And the only way the hooks come out, they have to come out the way they went in. So you have to like understand the pattern, understand how you got caught. You got caught. Yeah, there's some, that's what I was talking about with this person, like being challenged to recognize the darkness within, with the shadow work, and recognizing how the roadblock that was between you and this person, it's like, yeah, they're recognizing it outside of your connection. Maybe because you let them go. Maybe because you drop them on their head. It's like, you know, a conscious person, an awakened person, someone that is in non-resistance, when they come up against someone that's in resistance, it's just kind of like, okay. Like it's almost like an incompatibility, round hole square peg. It's like, it's not, but you just cancel each other out. There's no, I can't even spit anything out because the two frequencies are canceling each other out. Number 28, which is both the numbers of Saturn, which is the ruler of karma. Yeah, your divine masculine could definitely be turning into a man, learning how to open up the heart chakra with the Ace of Cups there, through, I'm hearing pain, betrayal, deceit, lies. And it's like, yes, we have to have compassion for this person, but also recognize and honor their intelligence. Like, you chose that path, and that was the path that was best for you, and this is the path that's best for me. And yeah, they're becoming whole through these trials and tribulations. Wow, number 25, ring, and now the Ace of Wands with 4-3, 4-4 on the clock, 7-8. Again, that building energy. Yeah, it's like working up the courage to express how they feel. That Ace of Wands is also coming up over top. Oh yeah, Ace of Wands over top of the Ace of Wands. Wow. Which again equals the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands plus the Two of Wands is the Four of Wands. So this person could definitely be thinking about marriage, especially with, you know, ring being there, coming right after man. Yeah, and that also the number 25 reducing to 7. It's like, Yeah, there's something about like recognizing the divine, 4424, recognizing the divine nature of a connection. That's 8-6. We got that already. And I was too scared to do the math. I think it's, yeah, 7-7, which is 14, which is 5. So yeah, there's some sort of change that's coming about here. And yeah, there might be gossip around this person. This person could be kind of trying to communicate with the people that they surround themselves with, because this is like the lower version. I'm too tired to explain how there's 2 12s in this deck, but if you've been watching my other readings, you know what I'm talking about. This is the lower expression. This is also the 7 of Pentacles, which is the 7 of, it's like the past again. And I'm hearing the past is haunting them. Yeah, because this person could have been talking shit or like just, again, like you with the selves, like there's a way in which they're moving differently now than they did in the past. And I'm hearing the past is like chafing them. The past is wearing on them. And then here is another queen. This is the Queen of Swords now with bouquet and number 9. There's some sort of end in communication, I want to say. It's also giving me the energy of like giving someone their flowers. Interesting that we have 2 queens. There's the mice with the 7 of Wands. So we have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of, oh, wow. The 7, now the higher expression of that card is coming out. That number 12 with the 7 of Pentacles. Beautiful. And then this one, oh my gosh, the Ace of Pentacles with number 31, which is another 4, and the Sun. 3 of Wands, Judge, 42 at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's going to be a judgment call made here. And there may be a need for you to defend yourself with the 7 of Wands here and mice. Maybe really listen to the words that someone is speaking to you, someone that wants to collaborate with you, potentially with this coming up over top of the 3 of Pentacles and the Monarch. Number 23 here. I think it was LeBron. Oh, I'm going to embarrass myself. Number 23, but there's something about that number. It's also the, actually, yeah, both Ericas, me and the other Do You Tarot Erica is also born on the 23rd too, isn't she? There's something about really, but with these, this is, with the mice here, lots of mice energy. They have extra ears. So there's something about listening closely. Oh, they also have extra toes, it looks like. Listening closely. I wonder what listening relates to, what chakra. I think it might be the throat chakra, which is how we express the truth. Yeah, and then the feet, the root chakra. And I'm currently wearing, is this too much information? Toe spreaders. But highly recommend you looking into your foot health if you don't already. 4737 on the clock, as I said that too. Okay, 4747. Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this reading. I really hope it was interesting at the very least. And I'm going to start cleaning up with you here, because sometimes I feel like I'm not the best at integrating information. We have 777 here as well. So I find like going backwards, it sometimes makes it easier for me. It makes me think of like retrograde energy, and I was just questioning myself if my Mercury is in retrograde. I don't think it is, but I feel like it is, because I have a water Mercury placement, Cancer Mercury, which makes it sometimes difficult to communicate, or communicate clearly. Not difficult to communicate, but communicate in a way that is understood by the listener, maybe. Yeah, we have a lot of 7s. Definitely. Learning how to carry yourself with more pride. What else is with the crown chakra? What do we need our mind for? Yeah, honestly, like, what do we need our mind for? So it's reminding me of that channeled message I got, which is rest in your heart so you can use your mind like the tool it is. Beautiful. This angel card popping out again, the very first card we got out of this deck, number 40. And this is 5 of Cups energy, which is Scorpio, Mars, which can be very destructive. And it's like that Scorpio polarity where it's like, it's either childhood innocent soulmate or it's death. Yeah, 4929. Yeah. 4-3, which is another 7. Confidence in sacred geometry. Yeah, and with confidence, with that eye in the center, it's like being confident enough to face your fears, to look at them, to keep them in your line of sight without being swallowed by them. There's something about like the way the human mind works. It's like feels safe, but it's actually far more dangerous to not be aware of your fears, to not do the shadow work. It's something about like accepting the pain up front. There's 10, self-love. Wow. And then 55, soul family. Yeah, this reminds me of myself where it's like I've avoided community. That's not true, but I'll put it that way. I've avoided community out of fear of whatever. But it's like the pain of isolation is so much greater than the pain of embarrassment or whatever it is we try to avoid. And yeah, avoidance. That's why that Libra moon energy triggers me. Because to me, with the 2 of Swords, it feels like not making a decision. But I listened to, again, 3rd time's a charm, mentioning Eric again, that Do You Tarot channel. She was saying, she described the 2 of Swords in such a kind way. And see, again, she's an Aries, which is like the warrior, but she's so much more kind than I am in some ways. And so much more generous. But it's like taking the time you need to make a good decision, where I'm just like, no, just do it. Like if you have to wait, then which is really insecure. Like if you can't wait, like I'm getting pain in my crown chakra. But yeah, if you can't wait, like that's very weak. That's very insecure. Yeah, there's a card I hate, number 33. And see, I hate this because it feels like it's making a mockery of the cat. Like a cat they don't need a paintbrush or a violin to have fun and be joyful. Like you're perfect. Like yeah, I don't know. Eight, 9. There's something about like 8, ATE, eating. It's getting a taste of your own medicine. That's what it is. Because I was gonna say like eating yourself, like the self of the 9. Yeah, there's something about that, like the root chakra with Yod, like foundations. I'm just kind of thinking aloud. That's really what these videos are, which I think is why I'm perceived as transparent. It's also part of the prayer I do before I start this. Happiness. If you had to guess what card I just pulled, it's not a card that we've gotten, but it's a card that we've spoken about. Let's do some third eye testing right now. If you guess the 4 of Wands, more Aries energy, union. This is Aries Venus now. We had Aries and Mars as the first card, and so it is appropriate. The final card we get is now Aries and Venus. 4 of Wands. So yeah, you could be on the road to meeting the person you're going to marry, the person that you've maybe already been in union with energetically, or this could just be you finding divine alignment within. But this is truly on 53. Wow, 53 is where I'm going to leave this reading. Thank you so much for joining me, for sharing your energy with me, and for liking and commenting. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.